Hey everyone, it's your friend Rhonda, and I want to ask you today, how priceless is your peace? Do you guard your peace with everything that you have? Do you have the peace that you so desperately want? Well, I've learned in my life that I used to argue with people, especially people that were wrong, and I knew that I was right, and I had to learn how to let that go. Because some people really get off on arguing, number one, and they really and it entertains them that they can upset you that much. Now, that particularly pertains to a narcissist. They love that. They love when you get so upset that you just lose your peace. So, there's a lot of people out there that want to challenge you. They want to ruin your day on purpose. And this is where you kind of have to sit back and say to yourself, hey, do I want this to ruin my whole day, or do I want to choose to have peace on purpose? Is this worth losing my peace over? No, it's absolutely not worth it. So I know that it is easy to get angry in situations. It's easy when somebody especially is doing you so wrong, and they're going out and they're talking down on your name, and they're doing things that are not true. But you know what? Most people who know that person knows that person, if you get what I'm saying. So let them. That's how I protect my peace. I use the let them theory. Let them go talk about me. Let them want to argue, and I'm not going to argue. Let them go say whatever it is they want to say. Let them call me names. Let them. The let them theory is one of the greatest theories. I love Mel Robbins, her podcast that talk about the let them theory, and her book, The Let Them Theory. And once you get that, inside of your head, you can't control other people and you can't control what they do, but what you can control is you. And you can control whether you give your peace, whether you lose your peace, rather, to somebody else. So it's not worth it for me. I protect my peace at all costs. I decide to have peace on purpose. I just simply don't engage in anything that could steal or rob me of my joy. So, and like I said, people get off on that. I don't know why, but they do. And those are toxic people. Those are people you don't want in your life anyway. So, but I'm just here to encourage you to keep your peace, to maintain that. Build a fortress around your heart if that's what it takes for somebody not to be able to come in and steal your peace and your joy. There's a lot of joy out there in the world, guys. There really, really is. But if you maintain your standards and your boundaries, you will find that the level of peace you want will rise and rise and rise higher. And you will find that you will protect your peace where people can't come in and steal what you've worked so hard for. Remember, God says in the Bible, do not answer a fool in his folly, lest ye become like him. So what does that mean? That means don't argue. Don't argue with a fool who's just sitting there and wants to argue for argument's sake. They want to be right. Sometimes I've turned around in arguments and this person be totally wrong, and I'll be like, you know what, you're right. I just tell them what they want to hear. You're right. Blah, blah, blah. You're right. You're right. Okay, I said it. You're right. What more do you want? And that seems to make them even more upset, but I'm not going to lose my peace over it, So I'm just here to remind you to protect your peace and to have peace on purpose. It is a decision whether you want to engage in somebody arguing a fool or whether you want to protect your peace. And so that's what my job is to tell you to protect your peace at all costs and to have peace always on purpose.